Today, we're going to dive into a super powerful feature inside Google Workspace that honestly, a lot of people overlook. You can think of it as a silent guardian, an intelligent gatekeeper for your company's most important information. But first, just picture this for a second. What if a spreadsheet, the one with every single employee's salary, or maybe a client list with secret project details, accidentally got emailed to someone outside your company? It's a pretty scary thought, right? And the thing is, it happens way more often than you'd think. The biggest threats aren't always some sophisticated hacker in a dark room. A lot of the time, it's just a simple, honest mistake. Someone's working fast, they mistype an email address, hit send, and just like that, sensitive data is out in the wild. And that everyday risk, it can have huge consequences for privacy, for compliance, and of course, for your company's reputation. Well, this is exactly where Google Workspace comes in with a really smart solution. It's basically an automated safety net, designed to catch these kinds of mistakes before they even happen. It uses a system called Data Loss Prevention, or DLP, along with automatic classification labels. And this isn't about restricting your team. It's really about protecting them and the whole organization.
Probably the best way to get your head around this is to think of it like a digital postmaster. So, before any email leaves your organization, this system takes a quick peek at the contents. If it spots anything sensitive, it automatically stamps it with a clear warning label, something like confidential, making sure it's handled the right way, right from the get-go.
So, how does this digital postmaster actually know what to look for and what to do? Well, the magic is really in how two key things work together: classification labels and DLP rules. These are the brains behind the whole operation. Let's break down what they are.
Okay, so first up we have the labels. These are just simple, clear tags that you, as the admin, get to create. Think of things like internal use only, confidential, or Project Titan. A label basically answers the question, what kind of information is this? It's a direct signal to anyone who gets the email about its sensitivity.
And then you have the rules. Now this is the engine that makes the whole thing go. A DLP rule is just a simple if-then command. So, if an email contains a certain piece of information, then Gmail should take a specific action. This is the how. It's what brings the automation to life and turns your security policy into an active defense.
This table really makes it all click. For instance, you can set a rule that says, if an email or an attachment has something that looks like a passport number, then automatically slap that confidential label on it. Or how about this one? If a message already has the sensitive label, then just block it from being sent outside the company entirely. The best part is that these rules can stack on top of each other, letting you build a really strong, layered security policy.
So, let's just walk through how this all plays out in the real world.
Say an employee writes an email and includes a customer's taxpayer ID. They hit send. In that split second, Gmail's DLP system scans it, recognizes that sensitive data, and applies the right label. Now, if there's another rule tied to that label, like quarantining it for review, that action gets enforced immediately. It all happens instantly, right in the background.
Now, as an administrator, this is a really big decision you have to make. Do you lock this down completely, or do you give your users some wiggle room? On one hand, you can set the rules so that once a label is automatically applied, nobody can change it. That's maximum security. On the other hand, you can allow users to override it, which might be useful for some weird edge cases. It's all about finding that right balance between strict enforcement and practical, user-friendly flexibility.
Okay, so we've covered the admin side of things, but what does this actually look and feel like for your team members? The people who are just trying to get their work done every day. Let's flip the script and look at it from their perspective. And this part is just brilliant. The sender doesn't just get blocked with some confusing error message. Instead, they get a real-time notification that explains exactly why the email was flagged. It actually works like a little coaching moment. It tells them, hey, we've applied this label, and it gives them a chance to review or edit the message before it goes out, preventing the mistake from ever happening.
And what about the person on the other end? Well, the recipient sees that classification label clear as day, right in the message header. There's no guesswork, no ambiguity. They immediately know that the information inside is sensitive and needs to be handled with care. It's all about creating clarity and a sense of shared responsibility.
All right, let's zoom back out for a second. When you put all of these pieces together, the rules, the labels, the user notifications, what does it actually mean for your organization as a whole? What are the big picture benefits here?
For anyone working in IT or security, this is an absolute game changer. You're shifting from being reactive, cleaning up messes, to being proactive and preventing them. You can automatically enforce your data policies without having to chase people down. That makes complying with regulations like GDPR or HIPAA so much easier. And you get a full audit trail to see exactly how sensitive information is being shared.
And check this out. This really shows you just how powerful and specific you can get with this system. We're not just talking about one label per message. You can actually stack up to 20 different labels on a single email. This lets you create incredibly detailed and nuanced policies for different projects, different departments, or different types of data. It's incredibly flexible.
So this all leads us to one final really important question that every organization should be asking itself. In this day and age, is it really enough for your email system to be just a passive mailbox, or does it need to be an active, intelligent defender of your data? Because by using tools like this, you can transform Gmail from a simple way to send messages into a powerful, automated gatekeeper for your company's most valuable asset, its information.